Kong Republic I like. Speaking your truth on the mic. Hit the subscribe and like. Time to
Kongcast.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another great episode of Kongcast, coming to you all the way from Kong Republic. My name is Jans, I'm your host, and I'm also here with my co-host, Mr. Kirshan Mudli.
Hey guys, what's happening?
Awesome. And then we have our audio man and our cameraman just in the back in the scenes over there. I don't think I see him right now. There he is right there. Mr. DJ Nova is also in the building, guys. But yeah, here at Kong Republic, we are with the people, for the people, and about the people. And right now, we are with a very talented, a multi-skilled photographer, the first photographer we've had on the show. I'm very excited to actually have this man in the building.
And we all are.
Hey, man, he's honestly probably one of my favorite photographers in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. JR Ecko. Away. How you doing, man?
I'm easy, my brother. How are you?
I'm all right. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for being here tonight, sir.
Yeah. Finally.
Yeah, this has been in the works for a while, man. But we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
We have everyone. I'm sure there's gang fans of yours, out in the net. And yeah, man, they definitely want to know how you do what you do, and that's why you're here. And we just want to give them an idea of who you are, as a person, the man behind the camera type of thing.
Nah, thank you for having me, my brother. I'm very excited for this interview.
We are as well. So yeah, let's get right into it.
Get right into it. All right, guys, we're gonna do an icebreaker questions, right? You wanna go first or should I go first?
Go first, you.
I go first. All right. First question, Mr. JR Ecko, just a small icebreaker. You're stuck in a zombie apocalypse, right? Who do you want on your team? 3 people. It can be anyone, superheroes, your friends, whatever. But you're stuck in a zombie apocalypse. Who do you want on your team?
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart?
Starters. Definitely Kevin Hart for starters.
Oh yeah, why is that?
Hey man, in any situation like that, you wanna laugh. You wanna laugh it off before you get scared.
I get you.
So definitely Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Second would probably be Kanye West.
West.
Third,
gotta have good music during a zombie apocalypse, huh?
You know what I mean?
It's gotta happen.
Some crazy stuff can happen in there, And then thirdly, either my girlfriend or my homies. Either one.
That's nice.
Yeah, you want to go out nice.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I got you.
All right, I'm going to change it up a bit, right? So you're stuck in an island. You can only bring 3 items.
Yeah.
What items is it?
Yo. Everyone is expecting to say camera, right? I guess.
Yeah, photographer in the building.
Probably my phone.
Probably your phone.
For starters.
Number 1.
My laptop.
Number 2.
And I guess my camera.
Oh, guys, no food, huh?
So you taking 2 cameras and no food.
That's 3.
3 cameras straight.
Yeah.
We'll find food on the island. We'll find food.
And when you do, at least you'll have a camera to take a picture of it.
Right? One time to document the whole thing.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, awesome. Great icebreaker.
Nice icebreaker. Okay, cool. So, Mr. Ecko,
yes,
let's get into it. So, what is your real name, sir?
Yeah.
My real name is Siyabonga Junior Ntlego.
Oh, Siyabonga.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my name.
And how did JR Ecko come about?
Yeah.
I'm about to test your wits, right? So, my name is Siyabonga Junior Ntlego.
Right.
So, JR
Junior.
comes from Junior.
And
then Ntlego, that's where Ecko comes from. So, the last 3 letters E-K-O. They just added a C so that everybody can pronounce it.
That's very clever.
Yeah,
that's very clever.
That's a cool name.
So how long did you think about to come up with that? That seems like
literally maybe 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're intelligent naturally. Well done, sir.
Yeah.
That's actually so cool. So you incorporated your name into this here.
Yeah.
We must actually do on the screen, like put all the letters together and assemble it like now, like Harry Potter, like Voldemort.
Yeah, do it.
I see it.
Oh,
no,
man.
that's so cool. That's actually so fresh as well because JR Ecko, it sounds like a fresh
it sounds
name,
like a brand for sure.
Thank you guys for pronouncing my name correctly.
Oh, did it?
Like,
what do you normally get?
Jericho.
like the missile from Iron Man.
Why would you call me that? Why would you call me that? So that's what I get.
Yeah.
If it's not that, it's man, like It's the weirdest things.
Weirdest stuff.
Or Junior.
Junior. Yeah, I
It
don't want to be
says
called
JR,
Junior.
they don't
yeah.
call me Junior.
Yeah.
Junior.
No, your photograph is not on a junior level.
No, not
sir.
at all.
They can't be calling you junior.
They're not on a junior level. Even speaking as such, like when it comes to your photography as a photographer, where or what do you draw inspiration from?
Movies.
Oh, really?
Movies and music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
First
like-
movie that comes to mind.
There's a lot, my brother. Like, damn. I watch
you
a
on
lot
the
of
spot.
movies.
Yeah,
I watch
yeah.
a lot of movies. Yeah, so that's where I get a lot of my inspiration from.
Okay.
Yeah.
And music as well, no?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, most of my work comes from like 90s music, 80s music, 2000 music.
Right.
Probably 2000s being the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love a retro feel.
Oh,
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
So when you
nice.
see it's the artwork of that time that you look
Probably
at.
that's what I look at, like album covers.
I see.
I look at like documentaries from artists,
Right.
and then movies, of course.
Yeah. And do you have any particular genre when it comes to movies?
Thrillers.
Thrillers.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, wait.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I can't do thrillers. I shit myself even on the thriller.
Yeah, you
That's
can't do
my
it.
favorite.
I got a weak stomach for thrillers.
I can't stomach any other genre because it's very predictable.
Really,
Yeah,
eh?
like
Yeah.
I hate rom-coms.
Oh, yeah. How does your girl feel about that? Does she like
We
rom-coms?
don't even watch rom-coms. like nothing.
Nothing.
I
No.
hate rom-coms.
Yeah, no, it's not exactly my favorite either. So stay clear. Stay
Because
clear
you
from
know what's
them.
gonna happen.
Yeah,
They're gonna
yeah.
fall in love. They're gonna get
Yeah,
married.
married,
Like that. The
yeah.
lady's gonna go live in
Happily
New
ever
York.
after, all that.
But Mr. Ecko, I must ask you, sir.
Yeah.
You know, your photographs are so iconic and it's so beautiful. When did this all start? When's the first time you ever picked up a camera or did stuff with the camera?
2016.
Really?
So my first, I mean, it wasn't even a camera, probably a cell phone. My first cell phone that I took photos on was on a Sony.
Oh.
And I was just, because at the time actually I started a clothing brand.
Oh, yeah,
And I was
okay.
struggling to find people that could shoot it or like people that would understand how I wanted shot. So then, I mean, the one thing that I had was a camera, was a phone. So I started taking photos on my phone and slowly but surely started developing into, oh, actually, this is dope.
Yeah.
So you're not technically trained. I'm so glad.
No,
you
not at
never
all.
go through the whole schlep of university.
No,
and
not at all.
fantastic,
Oh, shit,
fantastic.
yeah.
So you self-taught, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Self-taught.
amazing. That's why your photograph is so good.
Yeah,
because you actually know there's an art to it. You don't,
Yeah.
you don't look at a textbook and be like,
look
okay,
at it, yeah.
that f-stop, and no, you know, it's like,
You just exposed me there. I don't even know what an f-stop is. I genuinely don't know.
You know, when it comes to photography, because I'm a photographer as well. Initially a photographer, then I got involved in retouching and high-end retouching and artwork and that kind of stuff. And what I really enjoyed about it is, you know, going out there, taking a camera and just experimenting. I mean, my first camera was a 3100 Nikon. It's such a camera, you don't under. It's a 4 megapixel camera, and like, you know, I just picked it up and started experimenting. And you know, the reason I say that, you know, as a photographer, you don't need to go to the schools and the high end AAA marketing and all these places where they charge you an arm and a leg to get a qualification as a photographer. You know, I'd want to just kind of write this off, you know, from you and me, and like agreeing with this, that anybody could do this.
Everyone.
That's true.
If you have the passion, you can do this.
That's true. That's very true. I think beyond the passion, the one person that I maybe got training from was a guy by the name of Tatenda Chitora. Right?
Okay.
And I got training from him only because he thought I had features that he could take photos of, and he was studying photography.
Yeah.
So I learned maybe most of the stuff from him, but also not on a technical sense, but more of what he told me was visual literacy. It's like, if you understand what an image should look like, you don't need all the technicalities.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no,
That's
that's
what he told
proper.
me.
That's
Okay,
cool.
when it comes to your work in general, like, what's the best compliment you've ever received, and for which picture was it?
Phew.
Like, best compliment ever.
I mean, probably the best compliment ever is that you're the best ever.
You're the best ever.
you
And
know?
who said that?
Yo, there's been a lot of people.
Oh,
But
for
I think
real?
The one person that it really came from, and I was like,
Yeah.
was a guy, Austin Malema.
Ah, okay.
Only
Yeah.
because years before that he had told me I'm the worst ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
really?
And then I was like, I'll
Yeah,
show you.
he's an elite
Yeah.
in the game,
Yeah,
literally.
they threw me into
And,
the
and,
deep
he,
end.
and he said, you're the worst
Yes.
ever.
I mean, not necessarily
Like
like
that.
worded like that, but he had said, I remember very well, between him and a guy called Veg, who works at Pixel Collective,
Yeah.
we were shooting an event and they came back to me and they said, what is it that you're taking photos of? I
Yeah.
said, what do you mean? It's an event, I'm taking photos of people. And he said to me, but what?
Yeah.
What do you mean? He said, there's so many things you could have taken photos of, expressions, fashion, whatever else.
Right.
But you just chose to take the photo at any given moment. It doesn't mean anything to anyone.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, oh. And imagine you've been shooting the
Sure.
whole day and you're submitting your photos and they're like, we
Oh.
can't use any of these photos because they're bored.
Sheesh.
Oh, jeez. But you know what? If you could take criticism and absorb it and turn
Yeah.
that into something, it's quite
It's a
good
good
that
thing.
you do that.
I'm
Huh?
not, I work with them now and it's like,
Well done.
Yeah,
well done.
yeah.
bro.
Now you're on their level now.
yeah, I
You-
think that's probably the best that
Right.
Yeah.
Austin Malema. Yeah, I also had like a session with him at a mall. He does these seminars at
Yeah.
stores.
Yeah.
Like your sports scene and whatever. And a friend of mine put in a photography, like a photo of me
Yeah.
as like a display. And then he would just critique people and just go through and just critique photos. And then at the end, he just took some photos of us. And
Yeah.
it was just a good event, man. Just a good event.
Nah, good gent.
Yeah,
Very
good gent. No, he's a very calm
Very,
dude.
very good
Very
gent.
calm dude.
No,
man.
that's great.
Yeah.
So when did you decide that, hey, you know what, photography is my thing. This is what I want to do. This is the way forward, and this is how I want to move, like career-wise.
Funny thing is, I didn't even make the decision. I was at an event and I think Devon Gogo was playing a first ever gig. She was
Right.
still learning how to DJ, and I happened to take photos of her on my phone. And then she then sent me a DM on Twitter saying, hey man, I got the photos that you sent me. I'm doing a gig next week in Soweto. Do you mind coming with me?
Right.
And then it became like a continuous thing every weekend. And now people started picking up that, oh, there's a photographer that travels with this DJ.
Right.
They start booking him for gigs. I was like, oh, this is a bit awkward because now I need to buy a camera.
Right.
Because I can't pull up to wherever else with the phone. Nobody will
Yeah.
believe that I've been taking these photos with the phone.
Yeah.
And that's how I got caught up in taking it as a
Oh,
So
wow.
you got the booking, you're already doing
Yeah.
stuff with the artists, and you doing all of this on your phone.
Yeah. I was
This is
hectic.
unbelievable.
That
bro.
is
Just like an entire
crazy.
event on my phone.
Look at this. That's unbelievable.
Dude,
Yo.
what phone was it?
Sony M4 Aqua.
Oh, but Sony got good
Yeah, the
phones.
pixels were
eh?
great. I think
Yeah.
at the time it was like 16.4 megapixels.
Pixels, yeah.
Yeah, but Sony is they. What do you shoot on, sir?
Now,
Yeah.
I shoot on a 5D Mark IV.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
That's what
Canon man, hey. No,
Yeah, you
cool.
can see the photographers in the building now. Yeah, definitely. Mark IV, all that.
No, but I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's. I mean, when you say Mark IV, if anybody knows anything about cameras, they know exactly what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
100%.
You know.
100%.
But I mean that's very exciting. And like, what's the weirdest thing that ever happened to you on a set?
I mean, besides forgetting the memory cards and
That's not weird. That's a normal
Yeah, I
stuff.
know.
I think the weirdest thing is like waiting on somebody and they never pitch. And
Oh,
you've like
really?
created a whole set for them.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah,
happened to you.
happened.
Yeah, plenty
Oh my
of times.
word.
Plenty.
Yeah, plenty
But
of
then
times.
you still have to go through all this effort of doing the set design and staging it. And
That's the unkind part of the career that we do. That you can plan all that you plan.
Yeah.
But if one person decides not to pitch,
that's all.
Ah, dude.
But I'm sure you still bill them for it, though.
I mean, true, because I get paid for it.
Yeah.
But it's sometimes like you get a lot of gratification in actually doing
Doing
the
the
job.
stuff,
Yeah,
right.
it's like, we plan so much and then you don't pitch.
Sure.
And they okay to write off a shoot? I mean, is
Hey man,
people
most
okay?
of the time once everybody gets their pay,
They
it's
good.
one of those like
Really, eh?
Yeah.
Jeez, me. Okay. Yeah, I know. Speaking of gratitude, like when it comes to, being a student in the game and everything locally,
Yeah.
just in general, who are your favorite photographers?
I don't have any.
You don't have none.
Much, eh?
Yeah,
You know,
it's just
the
the
great guys don't
I don't have any.
anyone.
Like I
Yeah.
think I'm probably so weird. Like I don't have any photographers that I look up to.
Right.
I'm not interested in gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
Shh. You just creative eye. That's
yeah, I'm
it.
very like
Nah.
It's very weird for me.
Yeah.
No, but it's good.
It's a
sir.
good thing,
It's
yeah.
a good thing. It's a good thing.
Maybe like I think my biggest inspiration comes from like music artists.
Right.
Yeah, it's never. I don't know. I wouldn't know who to go to say this is my favorite photographer.
Yeah.
Then you're definitely like a cult. You're about the culture straight.
Yeah, I mean, I think
straight.
maybe the closest thing that comes to an inspiration is a guy by the name of Plankton.
Plankton. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I watched a documentary or like a series where he was just shooting the presidents of the USA.
Right.
I thought, I wonder how I would handle this situation. This is
Yeah.
so scary. Like to just sit with Bill Clinton and shoot him, and he shot what's his
shooting
name,
him.
the president of Egypt that got
Oh, wow.
assassinated,
Oh.
Gaddafi.
Yeah.
Whoa, this is a bit scary, and I wonder how I would handle that
Yeah.
situation. But besides that, no.
Yeah. Would you do that? Like go into public figures and touring?
Well,
and
he's
do
doing
that?
public figures right
I mean,
now.
public figures like
Would you
Government.
go?
government. Yeah, government.
No, because that's like a bit of the dirty game.
Yeah, no, it is.
yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I get the coins make sense.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I wouldn't do it.
You didn't do it.
You know, warfare pays very well for photography. Eh?
Oh, at some point I signed up for that.
Yeah. I know a lot of photographers. They really want to, wherever the war is happening.
Yeah.
I know from a money point of view, you get paid the most from warfare
really?
photography. Yeah, because there's always publications and newspaper like the stuff that's happening in Ukraine. I mean, it's crazy how much that the photographers are getting paid. I mean, there's local guys there that's on the ground that became millionaires of this war. These are local photographers, right?
Well, funny story. My mom works in the defense force, right?
Oh,
Right.
And she once came back with these applications of warfare photography.
Oh.
Looking at this, like, 53,000 a month doesn't sound bad.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
could get killed. And then I stopped.
Like nah.
But that's good money. I mean, like
Yeah.
I mean,
It is,
that's
but-
that's more than what a pharmacist earned, you know.
True, but you could die.
Yeah.
You can die.
Like, people
get
are shooting
shot.
with guns, you have to shoot them with the camera. I don't think
I don't
so.
have a gun. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
no.
shoot pictures.
It's quite hectic,
Yeah.
but also you gotta have the balls and stomach for that.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
Not only you could die. I don't think I can take
Nah,
good photographs.
yeah,
You know, like
yeah,
somebody
no,
brain getting
no,
spat
no.
out in front of you.
No,
No, it's not.
no.
It's not. You know, I don't like war personally, and I don't like seeing like hurt, especially to like women and children and all these things. So I could never do it. You know, even for the money, even if the money was really
What
good.
about nature? Do they get paid?
Well, not that I know of very well. I mean,
Wildlife.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
okay.
nature. Yeah, wildlife.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But let's talk about requests, right? What was the most ridiculous request you ever had as a photographer?
It probably comes from me.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you never have anybody throwing you, hey, I want you to do this,
this, yeah.
and at the same time do that.
I think the privilege that I have with what I do is that people come to me for what I do and not necessarily for what they want.
Yeah.
So that's my privilege. So I'm the one that's throwing people in the ocean and like
That's
asking people to stand with leopards.
to do
and-
the great. Well, that's why that's why you want a JR Ecko photo shoot, because I guess your creative clearly stands out. So your creative is all you, sir.
Most of it, yeah.
Really?
Most of it depends.
That's fantastic.
Sometimes the basis is obviously from client. They'll give you like an idea, but like the execution of it and the extreme of it is probably with me.
Fantastic, man. That's so cool. So you do the whole conceptualizing the set and coming up with the angles and your shot list, and
Literally everything.
that's fantastic. You're a hard worker as well. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
No, it is a lot of
Do
work.
you have
That's
like a
one thing.
core team member that's always works with you and always?
Only recently,
Yeah.
is my lighting guy.
Yeah.
Like him and the guy that does maybe my CGI stuff. Because sometimes the ideas get so extreme that like we can't even find locations,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
have to create locations.
I was going to actually touch on that
see.
later, but it's very interesting what you're doing on that side creatively, because we think your images is so unique, and you're a young guy. I mean, earlier I was having a chat with you, and you said you're only 25 years old. So sorry to be,
No,
I hope I'm not
I mean, embrace that. I definitely
Embrace
embrace
that.
my age.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing. So, I mean, you're doing such great things as such a young photographer, and you're changing the game. You're shooting for Unclewaffles.
Hey, man.
You're
It's doing the things,
I
man.
mean, like I saw the last shoot. I mean, it's amazing what you're doing. So I think I think from a set design and the execution execution point of view, we must give you compliments on that, man.
sure,
I think it's absolutely epic.
No, epic,
Yeah,
man, epic.
absolutely epic.
When I saw your work for the first time, I was just like, bro. And I told him, I was like, bro, you have to see this
And then
guy.
I saw it and I was like,
You
oh,
have to see this
Can I
guy.
ask
We have
you
to
guys a
get- yeah,
question?
Sure,
yeah.
sure.
What's the first feeling you get when you go through my photos?
Well, you see, it
what's the word?
depends. It depends on the photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, because every photo got its own story and own thing. Like for Red Dragon Unclewaffles, you know, like that there was so extreme and so like Dark Phoenix X-Men vibe. You know, you can see that whole thought. But you know, and then you look at a different one. A complete different one, and you know that's the sexy shots you do on the bed. You know, that's a whole different feel. So I think, for me, it varies. With your shots, it like you know, some of them is happy, some of them is so sexy, some of them is extreme. You know, I think it's because you creatively follow the brief right to the end. Because your photographs is never the same.
Yeah.
It's all, I mean, it's same in terms you got that signature JR Ecko look, but the concepts ranges from, you know, like Unclewaffles sitting on a bike to somebody, you know, you where you CGI creating a cake and you trying to come up with, I mean, it varies, right? So for me, it changes the whole time, and I think, but it's always, how do you say, like a very clean, high-end.
That's exactly. That's the word I was going to use.
Leathery,
See everything. You see everything
you know?
he was saying.
No,
I
but
mean,
you can see it's like commercial. It's commercial
Yeah.
shots, so you can see you got that high-end aspect to it. I mean, you are using lights and shooting and stuff like that. Yeah. So I mean, it's completely fantastic. You can see that this is a pro shoot in line. You know. So you know, to answer your question. It's very hard to say because there's never one feeling. So your photography creates multiple emotions when we go through it. Well, when I go through it personally.
All right, cool.
What's your thing?
Me, very simple. I know you're dealing with a photographer here, right? Me, I look at it, I'm like, this is clean, this is dope. Like, and then I just go through, I'm like, and you know, like when you look at something and it hits you in that way, you're like, and then you go, yeah, that's the feeling I get generally.
It's one of those things that I wish I could experience how people see photos.
Oh, yeah?
I think sometimes maybe I downplay it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you never know how kissing you feels like.
Right.
Everybody
right.
else can say, "Oh my
No,
God, you're such a good
because,
kisser."
but you don't know.
see it like that, or you're like,
I
"Okay, you have an
see, I
idea,"
see.
but
Yeah.
to you, because maybe also like the process of like creating the image. There's so
Right.
many things that happen in between.
Right.
Sometimes you even fall out of love with an image that by the time that people see it, you're like,
I see what you mean. You're making me. You reminded me of Kanye West, where he was like, "The only regret in my life is that I'll never see myself perform."
it sucks, man. Like, it genuinely, I wish I could. Like,
Yeah.
Because I always just get like the thought of how somebody, when you come across my page or my work for the first time,
Right.
I wonder what you feel like.
What you feel. But what do people say? I mean, that should give you, you know, it still doesn't.
Nah, it's not the same.
It's not the
Because
same.
everybody is different. Everybody have different experiences. But I'm sure it's good though.
No, it's definitely good.
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah.
like, I think as an artist, your biggest curse is you might not ever see your work how other people see it.
Right.
To you, there's always like something you could have fixed, something could have been better, and maybe knowing the backstory even takes away from you loving an image. Yeah.
I see. Well, speaking of greatness, guys, and speaking of, you know, just genuine love for the culture, here's another ad break from us here at Kong Republic with our great photo shoot special.
Now, for a limited time, get your exclusive photo shoot for only 2,450 Rand and get a free A1 canvas print. This special includes 20 high-resolution images, 3 hours of editing and retouching, 2 background options of your choice, includes photographer, gear hire, assistant, and refreshments. Get your exclusive photo shoot done at Kong Republic Studios based here in Kyalami, Midrand.
Hey, welcome back, guys. Welcome back, Conquerors, for another great episode here at Kongcast in Kong Republic Studios. And we are with the one and only Mr. JR Ecko. He's in the building right now. Yeah, no, guys, it's been a great interview thus far. You know, he's given us great insights on, you know, just what he does and how he does it. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, but let me ask you so. What is the key thing to having a good photography session with a client or model or someone who you're taking photos? What is the key thing to have a great session?
I think for starters, just genuine respect, man. Like the understanding of what the person is, what you do, and what everybody else in the room contributes makes things so much easier. You know? Because you'd hate to get into a room and somebody wants to be the superstar.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That, and then just also communication of what you don't like and what I like, and listening. You know? For me, that's it.
That's what makes a good session. Huh? Have you had bad sessions before?
Yeah, 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Sheesh. Yeah,
But you could never tell the client that, right?
Yeah.
It's
No, I'm
always-
very open. Like,
Oh, yeah?
No, I'm very open. I'll literally tell you from the jump. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm not feeling your energy, I'll tell you. I strongly believe in energy.
Yeah,
So if I walk
yeah.
into a room and I'm like, actually, you're coming with this superstar
Other thing.
shinies,
I'm not
please
here.
leave that outside the room. Like,
Have you ever had that where an artist just feels it too much? Or
Yeah.
Really?
yeah.
Sure.
How do you deal with that, like Mr. Ecko?
Do
Because
they respond well to it when you tell them up front? Because I mean, some are divas,
I
bro.
don't think so.
Can you
Sometimes
do?
not,
Yeah,
right? But
yeah.
once you get through the work and once the work has been submitted, I think people then understand
Ah.
why you were a certain way and why you were
see.
like speaking. It's
Yeah.
like getting somebody to pose. For
Yeah.
instance, if I'm asking you for the most ridiculous pose and your first
Right.
reaction is to say nah,
Right.
we're not gonna get
Then anyway, right.
You know what I mean? Like, let's try first what I'm asking of you. If you're
Right.
not comfortable, then we can revert back to what
Right.
you're comfortable with. Yeah.
Oh, okay. When it comes to your first influencer, who was the first one you ever shot?
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
And this was Durban Gogo, because I know that's how your journey started, basically.
Focalistic.
That was your first.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah. So, another funny story.
Yeah.
This is 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
I walk into an interview right like this, and they're interviewing me.
Right.
And Focalistic is the man producing the sound.
Oh, okay.
So after the interview, he then says to me, "Oh man, this sounds so dope what you do. I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
Can I make you listen to some of my songs?"
Right.
I'm like, "Alright, cool." And he then says to me, "I'm heading out to some show, the talent show."
Right.
So he does the talent show and he wins.
Right.
And the winning prize was that he gets to perform on stage with OT Genesis.
Oh,
So he's like,
shit.
"Hey man, I'd like you to document that thing for me." So that's how we then.
What?
Yeah. So Focalistic, after Focalistic, probably 25K.
Yeah. Yeah.
Candice Mudisele.
Is this before he released Peli Makabe, like well before?
Yeah. Like
Sheesh. Like
way
beginning
before.
stages.
Yeah, I think his first song at the time was
Trap
Culture
House.
Vulture.
Yeah, Culture Vulture.
Yeah,
There we go.
That was it.
Jeez, guy. Okay.
that's
You
dope.
met them when they was still like on
Yeah,
the
'cause
come
we
up,
all
man.
came up together.
All came up
So we all come
together.
from the same city. We all came up. We all grew up in the same places.
That's dope,
So, yeah.
man.
But tell me, sir, as an experience, okay?
Yeah.
And just completely to throw you off what you do from a day to day. I believe as a photographer, you always want to experience different things, and there's always so many things to do. It never stops, right?
Yeah.
Just so much, from landscaping to portraits to car shots, and like this, everything has its own different techniques, right?
Yeah.
My question to you would be, would you ever throw yourself in the deep water, quite literally? Would you ever like to go into ocean photography and go diving and take
Underwater.
because that's a whole different ball game, bro.
I mean, I think I do a lot of research on that, right?
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think if I ever had to go into something of that nature,
Yeah.
it would probably be architecture.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Probably be architecture.
Yeah.
Really?
And landscape, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's part of the journey that I've been on. I started like landscape. That's where I really like.
Okay.
I mean, you have a phone, you're traveling to places, and
Right.
you just snap photos.
Just snap photos of just places.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why architecture really relates to you.
Yeah.
Resonates.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I used to do this thing called the wallpaper challenge. I used to just take photos, send it to people to use as the wallpapers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I also like very nice backgrounds and stuff on your phone and everything. So yeah, no.
But I stopped.
Proper.
Let's
You
go
stop. You must go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wanna take more landscapes? Any place you're thinking of?
Bye.
Dubai.
Oh wow, beautiful. Yeah,
yeah.
you'll have fun there, hey?
Sheesh.
Yo.
Okay, of all the artists that you've actually shot, man, because we've seen your catalog like online and everything of all the people that are in the industry right now that you've shot. Who have you had the most memorable experience with?
Nasty.
Nasty
Really,
C?
eh?
Why is that?
How was that? Yeah, tell us about it.
It's probably one of the craziest concepts I've ever come up with.
Oh, yeah?
Just to see him be willing to do it.
Okay.
Because I mean, I got him to shoot with leopards and a lion and.
Did you really bring in these?
Yeah.
No way.
For real. We shot that at the Lion Safari Park in Artis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shot by Austin Malema, and I directed the shoot. Oh. And also because it comes there in my first magazine cover, which is for The Plug.
Oh, shucks, man.
So
How was that whole experience? How
scary.
did you? Yeah, I mean, like, because you can't be like, okay, lion, sit down,
Chill.
lion. How was it working with these wild
very
animals?
scary.
Yeah.
So you obviously had someone there who's overseeing your guys and stuff, right?
Yeah, so there's a guy that works there. His name is Sean.
Yeah.
So he then trains the animals.
Okay,
and
okay.
Obviously rewards them when they listen and instructs them. But it's so scary because I remember him sitting down because there's an image of him sitting on the chair and there's a one line next to him and one on top of a tree. So I remember just him going, ain't no way, I'm not doing this because you guys can see the cheetah.
Right.
Like you guys can run if it ever does something.
Yeah.
It's right on my head. Here.
Yeah.
Like I can't see what it's doing. And it's being fed consistently. All you hear is,
He
He was so scared.
Really?
Yeah, I was so scared.
my word.
That is hectic.
He only eased up when we got to the giraffe.
Yes.
That old dude now, no.
But so what's the thing? Did they tell you, hey man, listen to me, if you're going to do this, you got to sign this indemnity in case something.
No indemnities at all. Like,
You just threw him in there.
no indemnities at all. Like we just trusted this guy to. I mean,
Yeah,
Really?
he knows what he's
welcome
doing.
to South African photography.
we literally just trusted him. I'd never seen him control an animal.
But Nasty got balls as well.
Yeah.
I know.
no.
I mean, there's one shot that he refused to get into, so he had to superimpose that.
Yeah,
and that's the one with the cheetahs because obviously the cheetah was like right behind him.
Right.
But he did the one with the lion and he did the one with the giraffe.
That is hectic. Even the lion is quite hectic.
Bro.
Very scary. Inside the lion's den.
Oh, no, nah.
is so
Me and
crazy.
wild animals, I just have this
And
relationship
now the whole
with them.
time you got to think about lighting and getting the camera.
Imagine.
It was scary as hell, though.
Nah, man.
It was very
I
scary.
don't trust wildlife, not like that. Me and my relationship with them, I'm just like,
But they
I'd
tame.
rather leave them alone.
They
you
tame.
know? Hey, you never know when it'll switch. You know, I'm just like,
But also, you gotta prove that you're a Zulu man with some power.
was it for that? Because I
Yeah, it
remember.
was for that.
Okay. His
So
latest
it's
album.
for the rollout plan for Zulu man with some power.
Oh, nice.
I see.
So tell me some. From like such a well-known photographer working with Nasty and Crazy Animals and Unclewaffles and having such cool lineup of photographers. I mean artists and celebrities. What's your whole take on a photographer's space and where their role is in society to actually make it in the digital modern era?
Yep.
So what do you where do you see a photographer or the role of a photographer today being a digital creator, right? Because photography 50 years ago versus now with social media, you're more of a digital creator than a photographer because things is going to another level. You're talking about doing imposition, you're working with retouching artists. I mean, so it's a whole digital game.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on what it takes for a photographer to stand out in this digital era?
I think the position that photographers have now, creators have now, is you tell the world the story from your own position. You don't have to wait for a big publication to tell the story. You don't have to wait for a movie to tell the story. You could tell the story from right where you stand, right? And what a lot of people, for me, don't understand is the power of what they have in their cell phone. You know, like how a video of a certain place can lead to somebody being cancelled or somebody being glorified. Is the power of a digital creator. You know. So what was the other part of your question?
So, like, what do you think it takes to be a successful digital creator today as a photographer?
Okay, I think in regards to that is just staying true to what you like. I think the flaw with a lot of people is wanting to impress somebody else, wanting to fit into what the influencer space looks like, or what the car photography space looks like. I just break the boundaries, man.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Just do you.
Yeah.
That's
If
it.
there were textbooks, photography textbooks, I'd probably burn them.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like create what you like, man. Like it sucks having somebody in your ear all the time telling you how to create. Because they don't understand what you think of. They don't understand what
What your
goes through
thought
mind,
process is. Definitely.
So that's what I would do.
But also, everybody has their own individual, unique thought process.
Yeah.
And like, there's no book that can really tell you how to do that, you know?
True, but I mean, you still have a lot of people that want to work by the book.
Yes,
Right.
that's true.
Yes.
That's true. This is how you do it.
Yeah,
You go to school and you have to buy that camera, and only that works. I mean, you could vouch for that now, and you know, you don't need the gear to be. I mean, you started on your phone, Mr. Ecko. You were getting. You were doing paid gigs, and you just only realized I need a camera.
Bro, I know nothing about gear.
Yeah.
Anybody that I work with will tell you I don't know anything about. I just know what an image should look like.
Right.
Yeah, like that's what my mind can see.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's a dope photo.
Sheesh. Okay. Well, since we are living in a digital era, and you know, a lot of things is it's from perception. You know, so people on Instagram and everything. You know, when you have a high following, they just regard you as, you know, all the same people.
Yeah.
You know, but just because we're in a digital era, when it comes to Instagram, how has that influenced like the success in your bookings and like how you get jobs? Basically, has it helped quite a bit?
A lot, bro.
Oh yeah.
I think what has helped me with is the perception of the name.
Ah,
You
okay.
know, I think
Okay.
when you, for instance, start building a name and the name JR Ecko starts resonating and it
Right.
resonates with good work.
Right,
And
yes.
now when people see like the caliber of artist, you
Yes.
automatically become the
it
greater
goes up,
photographer, right?
100%.
And that's perception and that's the power of social media.
Right.
Like nobody has to like see you struggle or whatever else.
Yeah.
Whatever you put out, that's the
That's
level that
it.
you're shooting at.
So when did that? Because I'm sure now you're booked out all the time, right?
No.
But I mean, like, you're still fairly small in terms of your Instagram growth, and I believe that, and I'm saying this because I know your work and your caliber could go into the hundreds, close to even the millions.
Yeah.
You on that level, right?
Yeah.
But you already started to experience some kind of growth with Instagram, just posting stuff and people starting to know who you are and what you're doing. Where did that growth start really? Because you're only at 12,000, close to 13,000, right? And so where did it really start? At what following did like people were just like, holy shit, this guy is this guy is the man? Because I mean, just at your the reason I say this, right, is because I monitored your Instagram, and I saw you got an engagement rate, a solid engagement rate of an average 25%. That's amazing because you know you get so many accounts, they got millions of followers, but the engagement rate is so low, dude. But your engagement rate is off the roots. I mean, like the picture of Unclewaffles, I mean, there was over 1,500 people that liked it, you know, there's over 300 comments on some of them. I mean, like, it's unbelievable how well, you know, social media, takes your images. I mean, it's amazing, right? It's amazing. You're pulling off a beautiful work. But my question would be, at what following did it feel like, oh, geez, okay, well, I'm feeling, when did you feel like, hey, you know what, I'm making it as JR Ecko and, you know, the bookings is coming in and, you know, this is great what I'm doing. When did you feel that? That accomplishment, at least?
I think in regards to Instagram, probably 10K. Only at 10K, I was like, oh, that's crazy. And then in terms of Twitter, I think the Twitter thing is really the one that I really don't understand. Because there's certain tweets where I'll come out and say, hey, yo, I am a 19-year-old photographer and I'm going to be the best.
Right.
And then that will get like 2,000 likes. Right. And I
I
haven't figured out.
Yeah.
But in terms of Instagram, it's just a matter of like putting out dope work, really. I don't have a study. I don't I don't go into algorithms. I post whenever I want to post. I post as many images as I want to post. I post as many reposts as I want to post. You know, I think with actually what you're saying is the number of followers that I have for me makes no sense, because when I go through my Instagram and it's 12K people, but the caliber of people that are watching is crazy.
That's the thing. The engagement rate is amazing, because I read the comments and stuff like that. The engagement is something that very few pages or photography pages in South Africa can maintain. The engagement rate. Remember, dude, we're agency, so we look at the data. We have to, because it shows where we're going, where you're coming from, and that's like, you know, partly why we're so inspired by your work, because the people that follow you, they really love your stuff. They like really love your stuff. Right? And like, I'm sure there's been individual like photo shoots that you did with fans and stuff like that. Yeah. So when you go about doing this, you know, now a fan sees your stuff, right? And he's like, no, I want a JR Ecko shoot. This is amazing. Look at him shooting the stuff. Do they get the same treatment as a celebrity, or what is it?
So that's part of the core of what I believe in, right? Like in terms, it starts in terms of pricing. Everybody needs to get the same price.
100%.
Right? So that's always been the hardest thing for people to understand, that like whether I'm shooting Unclewaffles or whether I'm shooting a yard, it's going to be the same.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because there's nothing that changes, because we're still using
Same
the
amount of work, sir. Same amount of work, yeah.
So it's that, like the caliber and like the planning and this is all the same. So that is a very difficult part to like get the pricing of Unclewaffles similar to the pricing of Usip.
Right.
And it's exactly the same. It's just now people maybe perceive it as it's pricing that you use to charge celebrities, and it's not the truth. It's what I'm charging you for the work. You know? So it's a very difficult one. I won't lie to you. That one is very difficult. And that's why I'm not as booked as I should be. Because it's like...
But it's cool, bro, because you must stand for your thing. You mustn't
100%.
you know,
that I don't fall for.
Aware.
That I don't...
You can't work for nothing, dude.
I came up thinking that like if I do favors for people, they'll come back and return the favor. But you then realize that you fall out of favor when people have budget, and now there's a guy that's suited for the budget that they have, and they forget about the favor that you did. It's like, what's the point?
No, it's cool. I 100% agree. I rather turn down the work or cancel deals here if you know we don't see that money, because it's so much. You know how much work it's involved. You know? But they don't see that. The people, nobody sees that. They only see the nice photo. But you know, they think you just press the button and it happens. But meanwhile, there's a whole thinking process and a planning process involved. But I'm glad you can say that. So when people try and negotiate us for prices as well,
they must know. They must understand.
We Mr. Ecko right here.
Yeah, we Mr. Ecko right here.
We do not negotiate pricing.
Not at all.
Definitely. And on that note, guys, we are going into our next ad break on our photography special. We'll be right back after this.
Now, for a limited time, get your exclusive photo shoot for only 2,450 Rand and get a free A1 canvas print. This special includes 20 high-resolution images, 3 hours of editing and retouching, 2 background options of your choice, includes photographer, gear hire, assistant, and refreshments. Get your exclusive photo shoot done at Kong Republic Studios, based here in Kyalami, Midrand.
Yes, that's right, guys. We are back to another great episode of Kongcast. To all our conquerors out there, you know who we have in the studio right now. Mr. JR Ecko is in the building, and he's definitely shared some great information, great insight on what he does.
Wise words, very wise
words, for sure. Yeah, what you got for him, man? What's another one?
Well, what I must ask is, like, we know what camera, right? We know you're a Canon shooter. What lens? Do you have a specific lens or focal distance that's your go-to?
Not even. So as much as the work changes per person or whatever we're shooting, I use different
lenses.
For what
so do whatever the project. So you don't have one favorite specific lens?
I have maybe 2 lenses that I own, but like in terms of getting the work out, there's lenses that I rent out, depending on what I'm trying to shoot.
What you're shooting, 100%.
Even the last shoot, I used a 14 milliliter, and then it differs.
Depending what you're shooting, wide, long,
I just never get to like really like wide. But
because your stuff is mainly like portraiture, like
portraiture and studio
model studio stuff. No, fantastic, man. Well, but like from a camera and lighting point of view, right? We know your lighting, and we know your lens. There's no specific lens, but there must be always a set lighting. There must be a lighting that you want, especially if you're doing studio. I'm sure you don't. You don't go into a shoot without lighting. I saw your shoots. Your shoot is lit. Nah, bruh. It's lit so clean.
You're very correct in saying that. Like, I don't go into shoot without lighting. But then that's where the planning helps me.
100%.
Because it means that by the time that we get to studio, we know exactly how we need to light up. So it's never like, okay, start off with one light and then, you know, we have a preference of like, okay, maybe we know 3 light setup is what we do.
But what is the one light that you must have there at a shoot?
The specific light.
A specific light that you say, okay, cool. Whether it's a Godox or
So
whatever.
I use Godox AD600.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Those are good, bro.
They're very good.
Those
But,
are amazing.
But I don't know anything. That's why I have a lighting guy. So the lighting guy,
he
that
does the
thing,
stuff.
eh?
yeah, I just like, hey, bro, this is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
He's very good. I think.
So you completely move away from the lighting aspect. You don't direct the lighting at all.
Only if I know what we're trying to achieve. Like I think, I don't know if you guys have seen the Kabza cover.
Okay, Kabza De Small.
Kabza De Small.
Yeah.
So the lighting guy that I worked with, a creative director that, and he did the lighting there. So the only thing that was written in my brief is that it needs to be a dark room and we need to have a snoot on his eyes.
Right.
So that's the only direction I'll give you. What gel you decide to use is on you. Whatever they call these.
So you give creative freedom to your...
Yeah.
Yes, I want to be your lighting guy.
Yeah.
Hey man, come through.
Yeah, he was telling me.
It's actually a thing that I've been thinking about. Like people are asking me to come join and come see what we shoot. Like, maybe.
No,
But that would be dope. When I look at the
seriously.
photos, that's what I want to, because the visually how it looks, I'm just like, man, I wonder how it actually came about. Like being in the room and seeing it, I'm sure it'll...
Can I tell you a
Yeah.
secret? So we've been recording a documentary for 4 years.
Wow.
So all of those things is in there.
What?
Yeah. So all the artists, all the stories, how the shoots come about.
No way. So everything we've seen just on Instagram, all the artwork, you've been recording.
Yeah, literally for 4 years straight we've been recording.
Jeez.
That's amazing, sir.
Yeah, so
When would you like to drop this?
Yeah.
When I'm international photographer.
You know, I love it. You got the same mentality Kanye West got.
Yeah.
You know, he documented
Yeah,
everything.
we got everything.
Everything.
Like 2 hard drives.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Bro, who's going to edit this?
I don't know.
I feel sorry for the part.
It's the hardest thing. It's like the hardest thing. Sometimes you sit and be like, maybe we should put out a reel.
Yeah.
Like there's one story I'll tell you how we had like 3 rand and we went to shoot Elaine and Elaine has just dropped the EP.
No
And
way.
we had to figure out how to get to the shoot. And we have all of those kind of stories recorded.
Really?
Yeah. It's crazy.
No,
I
yo,
think
this is
you
going
must
to be a
put out like
dope.
small pieces of content, even
It
before
is.
the
There's-
big.
There's one. If you go on my Instagram, there's one.
Yeah.
It's like telling you the story slightly.
Of how it went.
Yeah, like how I started
No.
shooting and like introducing you to like Tatenda. And
No,
then,
those are great stories, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, behind every picture is 1,000 words. Like that
a
thing.
lot of stories.
There's
man.
a lot of stories behind it, man.
There's
No,
a
I'm
lot
glad.
of stories.
But as a photographer in general, what do you think is the hardest thing, like being in the industry right now? Like the biggest challenge in general?
The perception that people have of you in terms of photography is the only thing that you do.
Right.
You know, for what I do, I try to break away from being a stigma of this is what a photographer should look like, photographers should do.
Right.
Like, bro, if you go on my Instagram, I'm probably ice skating,
Yeah.
I'm bowling.
Yeah, doing normal
you know
things,
what I mean? Because you're a normal person.
Yeah.
I'm not, but I mean, you're
Yeah.
a normal person,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So it's like, it's just that stigma of you walk around with the camera all the time. It's really
Right.
not the case.
That's what people have like perceive you as. Like you just
I
walk
mean, I
around
think we
with the
perceive all photographers like that. Like
Yeah.
every time you see them, they should be holding a camera or whatever.
Okay, yeah, true.
You know, and
Very
it's like,
true,
bro,
yeah.
sometimes I just want to party.
Just chill,
like,
yeah.
I'm here trying to party with you, you know? I mean, I'm
Yeah.
partying with someone. Hey, bro, we should work.
Shoot me.
Nah, bro, I'm trying to party. Like, what are we working on?
Yeah,
Like,
not all the time. Yeah.
so that's the one perception I really don't like.
Jeez, okay, that's the biggest challenge you would say as well.
Yeah, like, I'm actually a person.
a person.
Yeah, I don't have to take
I'm not
photos
just a
of you.
photographer.
Like, for real, it's the hardest thing. Like, I'm actually a person.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
like,
No, it's dope. No, okay, I see.
and also that every conversation that I need to have with you needs to be photography related.
Yeah. Oh, I
know,
see. I see. It's like
I mean, there's a lot of other stuff.
Yeah,
stuff
there's
we
more
can talk.
more to JR Ecko than the pictures.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, let's talk about traveling. Let's talk about fashion.
Fashion,
Let's talk about whatever
right.
else.
yeah. No, and you're a fan of the culture, literally from everything you've been saying. You know, you get your inspiration from movies, music. I mean,
But Mr. Ecko, you know, the thing is, what sets you apart from everything else right now is your unbelievable work, though.
Yeah, it's the work,
It's
bro.
it's on
It's the
another
work.
level, and I mean, like, I'm sure partly of that is they're so obsessed with what you could possibly do, not necessarily have a conversation, but just your actions,
Yeah.
right? Because I want to go through something, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about your conceptualization, all right? This is a shoot that you did, right?
Alrighty.
Beautiful, beautiful shoot. This is the end result. But I can see in this here there was 3D and rendering involved where you comped it together.
Yeah.
And I know there was different designers and you did the photo shoot. How do you find that, sir? Going back to the digital era, where now you impose the whole cake.
Yeah.
In a set. I'm just saying, when you look at this, I'm sure nobody knows this was imposed,
Nobody knows until you show them.
Until you show them.
Yeah.
Because but you're taking the picture before the cake is even there.
Yeah.
So walk us through it. How does this happen? How do you do something so beautifully, so amazingly?
I think my first point of initiation of anything is trying to understand who the person that you're shooting is, right? And what they're trying to get out of this shoot.
Right.
That's the first step. Then the other one literally just comes to me. I think it's a very spiritual thing. I don't want to be or whatever, but I think it's a very spiritual, because it hits me at the most random times.
Right.
I'll come back from gym and be like, I know exactly what we need to do for this shoot. So sometimes it's very difficult, but it comes to me at the most random times. I don't have the recipe. I don't have the format of it.
But when you did this, for example, the cake shoot, did you know she's going to have to sit on a cake?
Yeah.
And because you shot it perfectly.
Yeah.
So here's the trick. Maybe if this my process would be writing and drawing.
Yeah.
Finding then the reference, and so you're doing your research and your Googles and your Pinterest, and then going back to the guys that need to be involved in the shoot and saying, hey, okay, bro, I'm gonna need to render a cake. What do I need to do?
Right.
Okay, get a chair that she can sit on that would be similar to the cake. Right. Then you go to the lighting guy. You say, okay, cool. This is what we have in mind. How do we? So it's the planning, the pre-planning all before the shoot. Because I don't know if in that photo set there's a photo where she's sitting on a chair. A red chair.
Oh, no,
this
particular
one. So it's shot in studio like that.
Yeah.
So it's just research. It's really just research and planning.
So you worked with the designer, with the renderer and everything before you even got to the shoot.
Yeah.
And you already figured exactly what needs to happen.
It's constant calls.
So so there's a lot more work than just get into it and taking the shot. There's so much thinking, so much analyzing.
I should show you my drawings.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Really, hey?
Not at all. I just do stick
but
man
you do
drawings.
a lot of it though to get your position.
Drawings. Just so that by the time you get to the shoot, the people that need to do the work understand what I'm trying to do. And it's the hardest part because there is no references.
Yeah.
Sometimes very difficult. There is no references and you're like, damn. I wish I could show you. And let me draw something for hopefully you'll understand it. But it's the most difficult thing. It's very difficult.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay, but I want to ask you another thing. Let's talk about this here. Red Dragon, Unclewaffles.
Tanzania.
Absolutely beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
Stunning work.
So did you know the end result with fire? And did you know that this is where it needs to be at?
It's a crazy story.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of these. Huh?
On this shoot, I'm just a photographer. The creative director behind this shoot is Unclewaffles herself.
Oh wow!
So she then
shout out to Unclewaffles.
Yeah,
she then sent a photo of Kill Bill.
Yeah.
So that's where that comes from.
Okay.
She sent the photo of Kill Bill and then she sent it to the creative director, which is Shala the Unicorn.
Okay.
She then went on to do the corset.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
So then this shoot is really under pressure because now Waffles is heading to London and she needs to drop the song.
Sure.
So I've submitted my photos with the retouch and I'm like, damn. We out at the mall and I go on Instagram and there's a photo and I'm seeing it for the first time. I didn't even know. I mean, the reference had fire. Right? But I didn't know it was going to look like that.
Right.
And the person who then edited the photo was not even part of the project because we were waiting for the project from somebody else. And that's how the photo came. I saw it for the first time like everybody else.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely amazing. I mean, when I looked at this, I thought immediately of X-Men.
Look at Kill Bill.
Kill
Bill is spot on.
Now we must have a look at it. But I thought this was so beautiful, like the way it was shot, the way it was done.
Yeah,
right?
Actually, that's another thing that's going to really surprise you guys. Unclewaffles is a crazy creative director.
Really?
Yeah. She's like, She's dope.
So she knows exactly what she wants.
She literally will send you exactly what she's trying to do.
Right,
Fantastic.
right. Yeah, I know.
Fantastic.
That's proper.
Well
Yeah.
done, eh? So there's much more thinking and creativity involved
Lots.
behind the music, eh? Shout out again to Uncle
Nah,
Waffles.
shout out. Nah, she's doing the things right now for sure, man.
But I mean, like, I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I think it's amazing. I mean, that you doing and you're working with the team. I want to get your personal opinion, and technically by now, this never dropped. It never dropped as yet.
Yeah.
It's going to drop. We did our first celebrity.
I think I know it's good.
Yeah, we did our first celebrity album shoot and artwork. Yeah,
first album.
I want to show you and get your
take,
of this.
Yeah, critique us right now.
I'm rude.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. But what would you charge for something like this? Full photo shoot, art directing, and animation, and a 30-second loop with what we did, and what do you want? A 5-post lineup.
Oh yeah.
So what would you charge for something like that?
Price points.
Yeah.
Estimate.
I mean, I'll give you an estimate.
Above and below, yeah.
Anything between 15 and 25.
15 and 25. Can I tell you what we charge for this?
Yeah.
All right, and our prices are online. So
Yeah.
so this year with the photo shoot and the animation and the creative and a 5-post, it's $6,000 VAT exclusive.
That's very low.
$6,000, bro.
Yeah.
That's very low.
Yeah.
Very low, huh?
It's at Kong Studios, guys.
Come get it right here.
Hey, man, that's all right, but it's a dope cover.
Cool. You know, as soon as we start charging more, I'm going to get my man, Mr. Ecko,
to come in.
To come in,
Yeah, then we're like, yeah, no, guys, the price
Then
just
the
went.
price just goes a lot more higher.
we need to get to that point, bro. I think my fight is this. Right?
Yeah.
It's like if the people that are like charging still very like low amounts of money, they make the people that are charging really extreme amounts of money look
Right.
like, you guys are crazy.
Well, you know, the thing is, we a rental studio, right?
Yeah.
So you know, we do family shoots, you do podcasts, you do things, and the whole
all
concept
kinds.
behind of we never want to really charge people because as a brand where it's not
Yeah.
individual like you,
Yeah.
right, sir?
Yeah.
We it's much more competitive out there
Yeah,
because there's so many. Remember, you work on your unique creative brand, and us we trying to create like more for company brand like Universal and that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. And the only way to really crack into it is to be competitive,
Yeah,
you know, because we don't really have that Echo edge,
Yeah.
you know, that
Yeah, we all- yeah, and we went for
customized it. But also it's about expandability as well. You know, we're trying to create something where we could replicate in Durban and replicate in Cape Town and replicate. So the studio you see here is pretty much like the concept. You got the podcast and then you got the photo shoot,
Photography,
action, and then upstairs you got a
studio.
recording studio.
Yeah.
So it's 3 main concepts of the business, and in the next like 3 to 4 years, because we do moving picture, and there's a big part of the business as well, because we don't. In the entertainment division is a new part of it for us, which is speaking to people like you and you know, getting involved in our studio out. But our main stuff is pharmaceutical. We make money off product and price in retail. And you know, it's just another way we branch it off or creating a division in the brand.
Sure.
But it's also trying to create employment as well. You know, we
Make it accessible.
Yeah, we want to make it accessible
To
and
literally anyone who
to
can come
anybody
in.
who could get it, right?
Yeah.
It's not a JR Ecko shoot. It's you know, to that level.
It's dope because I never heard of it. Like,
Right.
yeah, I never heard of it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd like to. It's a dope space.
Yeah, so you must check it out, kongrepublic.com, and then you'll see. And like, you know, we try to be competitive because we want people to be creative, and we want to create a space for them to come and create. How much do you think, as a photographer, it'll cost you to rent out this space? With C-stands and lights and for a half day, 4-hour session, how much do you think?
I mean, for that, I probably paid like 4.5.
4.5. Let's go on the website right now. All right, and
You know these off by heart,
no,
man.
I really don't, bro,
You
because I'm working on so many other stuff at the same time. But if we had to just do it quickly, just off a hand, and you were going for a day session or
Half day, let's do half day.
a half day, all right. So
half day with lights.
with lights
backdrops.
and backdrops, okay, and C stands
Yeah.
and assistant.
Oh, I'll bring my own assistant, but yeah.
No, but assistant that'll be like, hey man, can I get your water? Hey, can I dust your shirt?
Yeah.
Can I wipe your shoes?
Yeah.
Can I, you know, we want to give you the full experience here, Kong.
How much would that cost?
Okay, cool. So let's not go into photo shoot. Let's not go into podcast. Let's go into studio hire. Okay.
Yeah.
So I go into studio hire, and to book the studio, ex VAT for photography is $1,550, and you get the C stands, and we're using the same lights you shoot on, 8600s and 8400s.
That's very affordable.
Dude, we offering value,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
You know, the only way we could do that is by buying the building.
Yeah.
If not, we can't have these prices.
For sure.
So I mean, it took us a long way to get there,
long,
but
long
we're trying to make this accessible to everybody,
sure.
and we would love people like you to be our client.
Yeah.
Because I know you put in a thick 50K markup on top of that. You know?
man.
But sir, the thing is, like you know, it's about creativity and what you could do as an individual, right? You could take that little thing and make something mad out of it, right? And somebody might have that and not be able to do that. You know, that's the name of the game, right?
Yeah.
So really, it's not really about the space. It's you as an individual, how creative you can be. We're just offering the tools to allow you to do this. So I hope you do use us for a shoot or two.
Check it out.
Think about it, and then we might even discount it even further because we know Mr. Ecko.
You know, Mr. Ecko,
I'll definitely check it out for real.
Yeah.
No, but we'd love to offer our studio space. You come in, you can use it, and dude, you don't go through the website. You go through Mr. Producer here, and or if you can't get the producer, you got Nova. If you can't get Nova, you got me, bro. And then we want you to feel welcome and come and use the place, and just feel free to do whatever you want to do, sir. You know, from a creative point of view.
Do your creative straight, man.
But I mean, but just one last thing. What I'd like to know is that what can we expect going forward from
Mr. Ecko.
the great
Mr.
Ecko,
JR Ecko.
Mr. JR Ecko.
Ecko.
So my greater plan and my greater vision is just to see myself working internationally.
Right.
So working for Vogue, working for Apple. Those are my greater, and just moving out of South
Commercially,
Africa. And just stamping my position as South Africa's superstar photographer.
Where, bro?
I see. Where would you like
I
to
think
be?
you already are, though, bro.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Where would you like to be, though?
Not yet.
Where would you like to be?
Europe or America.
Europe or States?
My man, you're probably going to be there very soon,
Yeah,
man, bro.
Definitely, man.
But you know, I hope you still give us that 25K rate, though.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. No, bro. Like by the next 2 years, definitely.
And you know what? I think you'll definitely do it. So I think you might even do
Also
it sooner
definitely.
because your work is on another levels. All your shoots that you're doing, all the celebrities is overseas automatically. So it's just the next
They're gonna
step
see,
from you.
People are gonna see your work and everything. But in general or in closing, is there any advice you want to give to anyone out there, upcoming photographers that want to start up just like you, man? Any advice you want to give them?
My advice is always the same.
Always the
Create
same?
for yourself.
Done.
Yeah.
Done.
That's
deal.
amazing. Create for
very
yourself.
simple, very literally
right.
straight to the point.
Yeah.
100%.
Create for yourself and create what you love. That's it.
Well,
for
man,
yourself.
that's so great. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. And what we'd like to do for you, sir, from our side, all right, we would like to offer you our space completely for free to bring whoever shoot and come and do a shoot whenever you want. A full day. You get a full day shoot, which is, I'm not sure. I think I'll double check the price, but this is valued at 9 hours, valued at 3,000 Rand ex VAT. You get to use the studio whenever you want. Whenever you just book it and
you
make a
just
plan
schedule
and
me.
come and be creative right here in our
Do it all.
space.
I'll definitely take you up on that.
Definitely, man. Come
take
use
care.
the space. Use it as your home, man. One Kong Republic right there, man.
And we wish you all the best,
All
my
the
G.
best,
All the best.
all
I
the
think what
best.
you're doing is absolutely amazing and inspiring. And you really, you're the first photographer we got on the show.
You can see he's excited.
Yeah, I'm excited, bro.
You can see he's happy.
because it's something.
No, I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah.
I genuinely appreciate that. You know what I mean? Like, it's nice to walk into a space and people appreciate what you do.
100%.
And it's not like
100%.
some funny shit.
Nah, people. No.
You know
People.
what I mean? I genuinely appreciate them.
100%. No, people deserve their flowers out here, man. If you're putting in the work and you're doing what you're doing, man.
Nah, shout out,
Like,
bro.
no, you deserve
you
the
so
flowers
much.
for
Thank you so
sure,
much.
for sure. Well, guys, that's about it from us here at Kong Republic at Kongcast. Mr. JR Ecko in the building. Everybody else in the building as well. Mr. Christian Woodley, Mr. DJ Nova. From everybody here, we are out. Safe, guys.
Hey yo, what's up? It's superstar photographer JR Ecko. I'm live at Kong Republic and we're about to shoot something crazy. So here's the situation. I've been tasked with shooting with continuous lights and a Lumix camera. I'm not too sure I'm gonna do, but I think we're gonna rock it. We're gonna start off in darkness in 3, 2, 1. Hey yo, Escom, please bring back the lights. So we're gonna start off with one main light right above the model, just to get a nice little light on her. Not too bright, just put a low light, and then we can go and we rock from there. Please come through. Alright, cool. So I'm trying to just get a very basic portrait of you in low light. Get the grills, get the glasses, and get the chain, you know. So I just need you to start off with your finger here, and then you're gonna tilt your head slightly to the right. That looks cool. Please hold that. Lower your hand a bit. There we go. Can I please just have this light on a bit?
This light right here?
Yeah. That's a good start. You go straight into the grills. Right now, I'm just trying to get used to the camera and just try to figure it out before we get into the stuff that I'll do, which is more color and like props and stuff. So I'm just trying to get a basic portrait just so I can get used to the camera, and then we can work from there. So I just want to get the finer detail of the grills. Yeah, there you go. Just hold that smile. Chin down a bit. Focus is off. Okay, tilt slightly to this. There you go, hold that. Okay, cool. I'm gonna bring in my couch and go into my red lights just to create a bit of a mood here. You can pose at will and do like a very laid back vibe like that, very chilled out, like boss bitch vibes, oh yeah? I need this light on. I'm gonna bring in RGB just to make it a bit more exciting, because I'm not a fan of black and white photos. I'm gonna do a bit of red and a green on this side. A good photographer never complains. He makes the most of it. Ah, that looks nice. There we go. Oh. It's so terrible not being able to use the viewfinder. But hey, let's go. Cool. That's a nice shot. Hold that. Give me a bit of a laid back, so like chilling, and then bring it. You're gonna look to the right, to the left, that's your left, yeah? Cool. Then just lift your sneaker a bit, just lift your foot. There you go, that's a nice shot, hold that, and cool, hold that for me. Cool. I'm just gonna come over here like that, nah? So what you're gonna do is, you're gonna look straight into the lens, like that. There you go, hold that shot. Sit up, like that, just forward, yeah. And you lean in forward, lean in like that, like come in like gangster vibe, yeah, like that. There you go, hold that. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice shot. Just hold that. I'm gonna get it slightly from the side, yeah. That light looks so good on your face. We're doing quite well for Lumix, yeah?
We're really
No one there. Okay, let me try and just get it an overall red. Ooh, that's cute. That's dope. Okay, cool. Right, actually I think I want to light it up. Come up before with the chill and get a phone. I'd like to have maybe just light up the background more than you. Let's see. That looks dope. Want to try those portrait shots again? I think now with the red light and the blue should look a little more interesting. Ooh, that's dope. Oh, that's dope. Thank you. How do you see that? Cool. I think we got that shot. I'm gonna do a couple of without the chair. Yeah? So we want to remove the chair and get like a couple of posing in there, here and there. Oh my God! Can you cut it? Let me just lower the lights for you. Don't crease your shoes. Find a way. Please don't crease your shoes. Okay. Look. Just very like gorilla like. So I'm sorry, don't crease them. Okay, that's it, yeah. That's very good. There you go, and cool, like that. Just make sure my focus is on point. That's high. I think we got it. Thank you guys. And that's how I would have done. And I did pretty well. And that's how you pull off a JR Ecko shoot. These are some really dope photos. With just continuous lights, man, I did a pretty good job. Kongcast, I hope you guys are proud. Shout out Kong Republic, you guys gave me a hell of an experience and a very tough time. But I think I pulled it off, yeah? I'll definitely be back to shoot ya. Great Ass Studios. See you guys on the flip side. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at JR Ecko, the #1 superstar photographer. Bam!
Kong Republic I like. Speaking your truth on the mic. Hit the subscribe and like. Time to Kongcast.